Sorry, this upload feels late. I've been, vibe checked by the gems. So, is Arknights, the tactical tower defense strategy RPG, worth playing in the year of our Lord, 2025?
Yes.
In all seriousness, if you come across this video and are debating on trying out Arknights, TLDR, I would recommend it. Worst case scenario is you end up losing an hour or two of your time. If you're watching this and already play Arknights, then what are you doing here? Victoria beckons. Hearken to her call of duty.
A warrior must be ready to face death on the battlefield.
There are a lot of specific things I like about Arknights, but my English teacher tells me I should start with the bad things. That way my better points stand out more. Ironically, the game itself is a problem. You might have heard how Arknights has an interesting story and cool lore, but maybe not so much the gameplay. It's definitely no Bloons, Plant vs. Zombies, or that one game mode from Assassin's Creed Revelations, but Arknights is first and foremost a tower defense game. If you can't vibe with it, you're not going to enjoy the other game modes like the roguelite integrated strategies or the colony simulator reclamation algorithm.
Oh, hello there. Do you like my funny hair?
You are an enemy of Christ. The saving grace is, if you can tolerate the gameplay, each event and even some story missions will introduce different mechanics to make the game more engaging. But if you're not sold on the story, it's gonna be hard to get through the gameplay. Speaking of story, it's definitely a strong point for me. I like learning random lore tidbits, like the reason they're called hot dogs in Arknights is because a bunch of Bolivarian immigrants moved to Colombia, and they would sell heated up meats on buns. Most Bolivarians are doggos, hence hot dog. There's also a race of people called the Sancta. If you grab their halos or cover them with a hat, they get sick and nauseous. I want to manhandle Virtuosa's halo as I bend her over and fuck. One last tidbit. I liked it when the main characters stabbed themselves with rock cancer. But there's also some bad things about the story. I know some people are afraid of words, as am I, but the first couple of chapters have that gotcha narrative to them. Lots of the gotchas I played have a rough first couple of chapters, like Fate Go and Fire Emblem Heroes, where they are meant to help the player understand the world or the stakes at the cost of narrative. You're definitely going to understand that people with rock cancer are discriminated against, but important characters like the Doctor get events dedicated to their backstory, while others like Amiya or W get developed later as the story progresses. Or you could just watch the anime since it covers the first act of the story, with the third season wrapping it up. Wait, that defeats the purpose of playing the game. Ignore this part! All I'm gonna say is, real doctors don't get filtered by their daughter yapping. Okay, but why should you, the consumer, try out Arknights? Well, the current event, Inudi Harek Horehek, is an anniversary event. Each anniversary event provides a free 10 pull for the event's banner. Come on, give me Papyrus.
Yeah, Sans, they put me in a gacha video game.
As well as a free daily pull for the duration of the banner. It's a good banner too. Not super meta-defining, but Indiana Jones and Dumb Horse are super solid units in their own right. We also have a Dungeon Meshi collab coming up, so there's no harm in skipping this banner. Just be sure to use the free 10 pull, since it expires after the banner. There is no PvP, so upgrading operators you like is encouraged. The only multiplayer game modes Arknights had were the co-op ones. There are tier lists, but they're for people who want Oonga Boonga numbers, and aren't necessary for the first couple of chapters. Safe to say, Arknights can be played rather casually, not too much FOMO going on. Skins and furnitures get reruns with time, so that the only things you're really missing out on are the medals, and those are more for bragging rights. Yep, bragging rights. Totally not triggering my OCD. Even limited units get reruns every year. You can also choose one limited unit after 300 pulls. Fortunately, older units will be decreased to 200 by the Chinese New Year banner this year, but that's neither here nor there. And regarding content, the only limited game modes would be that co-op one. There's also contingency contract, but that would be more useful for getting materials or purchasing niche operators. Events get reruns and eventually become permanent, where you can unlock the furniture set and the welfare operator unique to that event. And finally, there's also Annihilation Operation, where you farm the gacha currency. You have your 3 main stages, but you also have others on rotation that you can play for extra goodies. But as you can see, I haven't even done a lot of them. My purpose in pointing out these features is to emphasize that unless you're a completionist, there shouldn't be any pressure in playing the game if you aren't in the mood or the right headspace. And if you get frustrated, it can always be put down and tried again later if you choose so. In short, Arknights is a game that should be played at your own pace. By the time you go through the first couple of chapters, you should be able to come to the conclusion whether it'll stick or it becomes that game you play every now and then. And that's my bundle of wisdom for today. Like, subscribe, and give me money. Oh, wait, still not convinced? Fine, oh, rats! We're all rat enjoyers, right? Well, here's one for you.
Damn,
Okay, well,
boy.
how about this? You ever wanted to Seg's Gravemind?